But we're not going to let this go, because you should not be able to smear 5,000 high school and college kids and then just be able to walk away with it.
It is the show that people love to hate. I mean,
Yeah.
it is a rabies-infested hen house.
This isn't just another TV feud. This is a full-blown media war, and it's got everyone talking. Charlie Kirk has officially taken aim at The View. Yes, the same panel of outspoken hosts known for stirring the pot every weekday. And now, we're talking lawsuits, headlines, and possibly the biggest legal challenge this show has faced in years. And right when you think it couldn't get any hotter, in steps Joe Rogan, podcast king, unfiltered commentator, and never one to back down from a public fight. He's not just weighing in. He's tearing the curtain back, pointing out the receipts, the inconsistencies, and exactly why this legal move could send shockwaves through the industry. Because here's the thing. The View has survived controversy before, but this one feels different. This isn't about an awkward segment or an offhand comment. This is about allegations that could redefine how daytime TV operates. And Rogan? He's making sure it stays front and center. From explosive claims to behind-the-scenes tension, what started as a feud between political camps might just turn into a landmark courtroom battle. And the way Rogan tells it, The View may have finally picked a fight they can't win.
Flights are super expensive, that 5,000 kids decided to spend a weekend in summer traveling across the country to go hear from conservative speakers. Maybe the audience of The View would think twice about all of their ideas. That's why they felt so compelled to try to smear our wonderful summit this last week.
When Joe Rogan speaks, millions listen. And this time, he's not mincing words. On his podcast, he dove straight into the heart of the controversy, dissecting The View like a surgeon with a scalpel. No fluff, no polite sidestepping, just raw, unfiltered analysis of what he calls the perfect example of daytime TV going too far. He starts with the lawsuit itself. Charlie Kirk claiming that The View's hosts crossed the line, spreading statements that he argues are not just opinion, but flat-out damaging. And here's the kicker. Rogan isn't just agreeing. He's stacking on his own evidence, citing past clips, on-air moments, and patterns that, in his view, show a long history of exactly this kind of behavior. Rogan paints the picture like this. The View's format thrives on controversy. It's an arena where heated takes get more applause than careful discussion. But that formula, while it works for ratings, might be walking a dangerous legal tightrope. And now, Kirk's lawsuit could be the push that sends the whole thing tumbling. He digs into the broader implications. 2. The way high-profile media figures can sway public opinion in a single segment.
Not really their audience. Their audience is a group of people they bring in to watch television shows. You know, I don't know if you've ever seen audiences before for TV shows, but a lot of them are paid. They're paid to be there. So, because they have to guarantee that there's going to be people there. So there's services that you hire. And when a show gets really, really popular, you know, like Letterman or something like that, obviously it has its own fan base.
Right.
Those people will try to get tickets before anybody else does. And in that case, they probably don't need to use a service anymore. They just get actual fans. But arguably, like, the fans, the real fans of The View that are like, oh, these ladies are on point, most of those people can't leave the house. Like,
The blurred line between commentary and defamation, and how, in an era of instant outrage, one wrong word can trigger a chain reaction that's impossible to control. Rogan warns that if Kirk wins this case, it could send a message far beyond The View, forcing other shows to completely rethink how they handle political and cultural debates. And here's where Rogan gets even more personal, calling out what he sees as hypocrisy in mainstream media, the selective outrage, the double standards in who gets called out and who gets a pass. He argues that if the tables were turned, if someone on the opposite political spectrum had made similar claims, the backlash would have been immediate and unforgiving. Whether you love him or hate him, Rogan's making one point crystal clear. This isn't just about one lawsuit. This is about power. Who holds it, who abuses it, and how far they'll go to protect it. And in his mind, The View may have underestimated just how much they're up against. By the end of the segment, Rogan leaves his listeners with a warning. This case could either fizzle out quietly, or it could blow up into one of the most talked about media battles of the decade. And if it's the latter, Don't be surprised if the ripple effects change the way we watch, trust, and talk about television forever. Because at the end of the day, this isn't just courtroom drama. This is the fight for the microphone. And once that gavel comes down, somebody's voice is getting turned way down, maybe for good.